Hello everyone, how's it going today? Looks like Nightbot already popped in and kind of spoiled our little surprise here. Yeah, so we're going to be playing Megaman X5. Not as those of you who had played it before would remember it, though. If it wants to load up on the screen, though, there we go. And, of course, Jake has to throw a bunch of crayons. But yeah, so this is the Megaman X5 Improvement Project, which, again, Nightbot has a link for that, and you can pull up that link at any time by typing Command Mod. Already, things might be looking different, and I'll point out the differences where they are applicable. And don't quote me on this because I'm not entirely certain. I feel like this is the Japanese opening to this. Honestly, I think I prefer the English opening, but this is a thing. A lot of that, just like how I prefer the English opening of X4, is probably nostalgia. Mega Man is indeed fun. I'm glad I can give you that impression by playing through these games.
What do you call a poor Santa? Saint Nicholas.
I cannot argue with that. Alright, so right away, something that's very different in the button configuration here. Navigator, off. Navigator, always off. In the original, a navigator will pop up all the time and ignore you with unskippable text boxes that come up when you aren't prompted or anything. Very annoying. Kills the pace of the game. The Improvement Project just gives you the option to turn them off completely. And it is wonderful. Unlike X4, you can pick X or 0 here, and you are not limited to keeping them. I'm gonna pick X, and hug a plush, apparently. Yes, hug the plush during the cutscene. Oh god, no, that would be so annoying. Just replay her last pop-up. This is honestly really boring, so I'm just going to skip it. Another thing that you can do in the Improvement Project. You cannot skip that otherwise. TLDR on that is Sigma's hiring a mercenary to distract us while he drops a space colony on our heads. And we're gonna go blow his ass up. And again, let's be real. It's Mega Man. You're not really here for this story. You're here to watch me jump and shoot. And get hit by cars. I thought we had enough of that in Mega Man Legends, but apparently not. Whoop. Ow. Oh, by the way, the navigator would have interrupted me like 3 times already by this point if I had not turned that off. And 0 just lost an arm. Yeah, unfortunately, if you want those sorts of effects in crowd control, we're going to have to figure out how to program them ourselves. I mean, Zero was right. He is going to back off and not get in our way since he's kind of injured. But, I don't know about doing one last search around the area because, there's a big giant head right here. This is the only time that Sigma is actually the first boss she'll ever fight. It's odd. And yet, in typical Mega Man X fashion, he is still the last boss you will fight as well. Oh, by the way, this game added the ability to crouch. And that laser should totally be taking my head off, but isn't, so, you know, we'll just use that opportunity to win the fight. I wouldn't call that an illegal hitbox, just not a very good one. Oh, hey, look, there's our navigator, who thankfully will shut the hell up through most of this playthrough. Part of the improvement project here as well is that the script has been retranslated, and also Cookie. But yes, that the script has been retranslated here because the original translation was not super great. But the basic story of this is Sigma lost to us on purpose there so that he could spread a virus throughout the entire world that makes Reploids go Maverick. And if that wasn't bad enough, he has the Eurasia colony, which is a space colony, completely filled with the virus, and is threatening to drop it on the Earth. And if that happens, the two viruses will mix, and, yeah, game over. In order to stop him, we have a laser gun that requires some upgrades. So guess what we have to do? We have to go find parts. We also have a space shuttle without an autopilot feature, but that's a last resort. I'm just gonna skip the rest of this. They have a tendency to blather on for quite a bit. Yeah, so the Sigma virus in this game works less like a computer virus and more like an actual, like, human virus. Let me think where I want to go first here. We'll go Grizzly first. As you can see, I can select my character from here, which is nice, but I'm going to go with X again. Cone Rains! Soon those Cone Rains are going to be even better. Mega Man X lore is actually fairly fascinating when you dig for it, but you really do have to dig for it, so... Ow. I really don't have much to say about this stage here. The design of X5 stages aren't winning any awards. In a lot of places, they're just kind of tolerable. It's also very interesting that as X, you start out with an armor to be able to use. You start out with the 4th armor from the last game, which is generally considered to be one of, if not the best armor in the entire series. And now all these trains are exploding. Those drills are insta-kill, by the way. Kind of important. And sub-tank. One of the reasons this is a good pick for burst. Good pick for burst? No, good pick for first. The cone rain didn't take your crayons? What? That's weird. That would be a glitch with Twitch, and I have no idea how to fix that. Oh, when could I ever speak? This soundtrack here for the Dr. Light capsule is new as well. I actually haven't heard this before. It's nice. Basically, he's just telling us that we can take this program back to Hunter Base, and we can have it analyzed, and it will give us new abilities. Unfortunately, in order to use any of the abilities, we need to collect all 4 pieces in the original. In the improvement, I can use the incomplete armor from the character select. I can't use it now, but for the next mission, I absolutely can. I probably shouldn't skip all this, but it's a bit late now. Hi, hon. How are you feeling? I just got hit by a big drill bear. I'm sorry, hon. Yeah, not a whole lot of fun. You know, my arm was hurting me a little bit earlier. It's calmed down for now, but I don't expect that to last. For those of you who don't understand the context, me and Azura just got some COVID shots today. So, yeah. Arm probably going to be sore tomorrow, but that's how it goes. It's worth it. So, there's something very important with the Weapons and Life Plus thing there that popped up. That is the part system for this game, and let me tell you, it kind of suck. Like, it really kind of suck. If you're playing normally, you will maybe get 2 parts out of the possible 8. Because what has to happen is the boss needs to be a significant level in order for you to get a part from him. How you level up the boss is by wasting a bunch of in-game hours until the colony falls, which makes them tougher, and then you can kind of sort of get a part from him, and it's not a good system. The Improvement Project fixes that, so you just get both parts possible from the boss every time. So you are guaranteed to have all parts by the end of the game. In order to actually get the part, though, you still have to wait 2 in-game hours. So essentially 2 stages. And that's just time for the parts to develop, which, again, also feels kind of weird. Oh yeah, that was Dynamo. He exists to annoy us. Like, that's the only thing he ever does. So the game really wants me to go here, on this side of things. I'm not going to. I play my way, damn it. Now I can use the incomplete Falcon armor here, which is great. I can also stretch. Ooh, okay, I'm feeling it in my arm there. Ah. Yeah, I have to be careful with the stretching. That actually did irritate my arm a bit. Ah, and there's the bubble. So let's see, what can I do with this? I can pretty much just air dash with this armor. For now. It would be really nice, would require a bit of sprite work, but it would be really nice if the improvement mod actually showed visually what armor pieces that I had attained. Yeah, those do a lot of damage. Yeah, actually, come to think of it, pausing stretch for today might be a good idea. I didn't realize it was going to hurt like that. It didn't hurt a lot or anything, it just, yeah. So if you didn't realize before, this lava insta-kills you. You just kind of, hide from it. There we go. Yes, it is a baby. Babies everywhere. Okay, I actually do have to enter through there. I actually wasn't sure. I kind of thought that might be one of those doors where you just destroy it and that's good enough. But nope, they want me to go through it. Alright, let's see if I can manage this trick. Yes, there are lots of foxes around here too. There's boxes of foxes. Yes, foxes in boxes. Yes, I have played the Megaman Zero games, and I absolutely love them. Okay, very tricky jump here. Yep. So I have to jump out of the suit whilst above the insta-kill plane and make it into that other suit. Not easy. We're at the second part of the state. Yeah, we're in lava right now, because apparently the suit, with no helmet or anything, no dome to protect me, I'm fine here, but the second I step more than my head outside of the suit, ooh, I'm dead. Got it! Just had to wait a bit longer. Yeah, apparently it does have a force field around my head. But if that is the case, I would like a visual cue. Yeah, that's true. We do have Tylenol and stuff. Come on. Ooh, one more hit and I'm dead. And, yeah, I'm dead. Thankfully, I can just hit continue, and it'll start me right from here. Lives are kind of inconsequential in this game, for both good and bad. I think in general, game design is trying to move away from the outdated concept of lives. Most platformers and whatnot now are just kind of like, yeah, have as many tries as you want. You were going to get as many tries as you wanted anyway, just now you don't, now you don't have to recomplete the stage to get more. Lives are kind of a holdover from the days of arcade gaming. Ah, got him that time. If you're wondering why I was focusing more on the smaller half-charge shots, it's because they come out faster, still deal 2 damage, and they're in perfect sync with the boss's invulnerability frames. So as soon as they come off of one, I'm able to fire another shot and hit them right away. And if you're able to do that over and over in a good rhythm, it is much faster than using a normal charge shot. So now we have another armor unlocked, the Gaia armor. It's kind of bad, but also somewhat useful. We do not have a choice. We must fight Dynamo here. Because he is here simply to waste our time. And that happens on the 2nd stage that you clear and on the 6th stage that you clear. So you will fight him twice. So even though we beat bosses as X, Zero did still get the weapons, which is nice. I'm actually not really great at saber dash canceling here, which is still a, absolutely a thing in this game. Oh, I just remembered, I had the, I had Nightbot set that timer. I had it set differently. Because I was testing it And now that I'm sure it works, I kind of forgot to put it back. So now he should stop spamming it. Exactly, Dino. Nothing better than just getting up on a Saturday or Sunday morning and playing Mega Man. I fucking love it. Okay, so we actually did get a part made. We got two of them, actually. We got Shock Buffer, which is just half damage, which is excellent. And Hyper Dash, which does what it says it does. Thank you for the follow, Babass. Love it. So your part slots here are determined based on your armor. So the 4th armor only has 2, Base X has 4, Gaia armor has none, Falcon armor as well has 2, so we're going to give that those, and Zero also has 4. We're just going to give everyone the Shock Buffer and Hyper Dash. Now we get to see the Gaia armor in a fantastic stage. Swing and a miss. Sometimes I catch those crayons as they whiz past my head. Sometimes I don't. Everyone loves the speeder bike sections, right? No? Everyone hates them? Gee, I wonder why. This is actually a good place to waste some lives if you're needing to do that for whatever reason. You literally just don't press anything and you'll waste all your lives because you'll go right into that pit. Come on, okay. I should probably stop dashing there. Yeah, you see what I mean, where it's just kind of a thing. Shit. Ah. Oh, come on. I'll figure this out eventually. This is like the thing that I'm absolutely the worst at. Okay, there we go. Okay. Grabbing all of those little sparks are important because you will shoot them at this door, and there's a rather important upgrade behind it. In the improvement patch, you only need to shoot 7 out of 8 at that. In the original, you need to collect every single one of them. So the improvement patch lets you miss 1, but that's it. Oh yeah, trap reploids there are a thing. They give you a health refill and some extra lives. I used to think that they helped contribute to the part system, but they do not. That is X6. Come on. Yeah, you can't let these things go unhit for too long, or else they'll start to reset. Keep forgetting I do not have an air dash here. Yeah, those extra lives and health refills are definitely helpful right here. These electric traps are, a pain. Can we just... Fine, just get past those. I am gonna need the lives. Because there's a reason I'm using this armor here. Hoop! Oh, so close. You are intended to do that with further abilities from this armor, but it is technically possible if you're just able to destroy one of those blocks to get through. Ah, thank you for the follow, Inari. Welcome in. Thankfully, it doesn't send me too far back when I fail it. Okay, now if you could just actually... There we go. Hup. Nope. Ah, I tried to jump at the absolute peak. I can't jump at the absolute peak. I have to meter it. Thankfully, there's an extra life right there, so... Nope. Man, I made it the first time. Like I said, it's a very tricky jump. But this is really just me wanting to do things out of order and get things early and minimize my backtracking. Yes! Yeah, it's not over yet, though. Well, I failed that jump, but I get to keep the item, so we're good. Again, for those unfamiliar, that is a life up. So that extends my health, which is just super useful. And very worth grabbing all of those that you can. There's one in every stage. In the original, they only apply to the character that you pick them up with, which is really stupid. Thankfully, in the patch, they apply to both characters. The Gaia armor here actually does more damage to bosses, so it is a good pick if you can get through the stage with more limited mobility. Yep, got him. Oh yeah, Volt Kraken is awesome. I honestly do have to pause a little bit when I'm trying to remember their names, because in the original English original English translation of this game, the person who named the Robot Masters, or not the Robot Masters, the Mavericks, really had a thing for Guns N' Roses, and yeah, they named them all after Guns N' Roses members, and yeah, it didn't stick around. The X Legacy collection reverts that change, probably due to licensing and or legal issues, whereas, yeah, the Japanese version never had the issues. This also reverts it, so, yeah. Alright, let's see. I don't necessarily need Hyper Dash right now. I'm going to take Buster Plus. Alright, we're ready for the worst stage definitely in this game, in possibly all of Mega Man. Or at least Mega Man X. I'm not going to say why the stage sucks outright. I'm just going to play through it and let you kind of guess as to why it sucks. It should be pretty apparent right away. My top favorite Mega Man game, it's a very tough choice, but I think I have to go with Mega Man X2. That one just checks off so many boxes for me. Already we're noticing something from the improvement mod. The soundtrack to this stage, at the very least, the US version, this song was just a remix, like not even a good remix, just the instruments are slightly updated remix of Bubble Crab from Mega Man X2. And while I like that song just fine, it feels kind of lazy. I'm not entirely sure where this song is from, but it's preferable because it is unique. Are you too late for Blast Off? If you're referring to what I think you're referring to, then no. King of Cake, it's not that this stage is hard, it's that it's... again, I'm not gonna say a whole lot about why it's bad, but it's not because it's hard. Yeah, that's definitely a fairly common argument. I will defend X6 a lot more than I will defend X5, but you can't convince me that they didn't make some very stupid design choices. And I'm just gonna shred him with this. Huh, do I not have Hyper Dash equipped? I swear I had Hyper Dash equipped. So that is not a thing that you can destroy with that weapon in the original. That is something that was just added in the improvement mod. Otherwise, you would have to come back to this stage. And I do mean you would actually have to come back to this stage because you would need the complete Gaia armor in order to climb up here because the complete armor is immune to spikes. And you cannot get the complete armor until you get a part from here, so you would have to come back. That right there, as well, is something that is only in the improvement mod. You can only do that in the modded version. In the original, there's only one weapon that will get you through that. Care to guess what weapon it is? And I mean it, actually guess. I'll give you a hint. It's the stupidest weapon conceivable. Yep. First try. It's the weapon you get for beating Tidal Whale. Meaning, in order to collect everything here, you are required to backtrack twice. Alright, see you later, Max. I understand if your reception isn't great. I should also point out that because of the mod that I'm using here, the speed at which these mini-bosses are auto-scrolling has been increased by about, depending on the boss, anywhere from 150% to about 175%. So, some of these will go almost twice as slow, and you have to repeat the stage 3 times to get everything. Are we maybe understanding why this stage is so frickin' horrible? It's not due to difficulty, it's due to absolute tedium. This boss was a cool concept, though, by the way. Those are live spikes. They will kill you. And so are the ones behind me. So really the threat of that boss is less him doing actual damage to you and more him insta-killing you. By the way, I always do weapons and life energy simply because while it's nice to be able to extend your weapon energy allotment, certain armors don't allow you to charge your weapons, and Gaia armor does not even allow you to use your weapons. So, there's not really a whole lot of point. Okay, I'm trying to remember how I'm supposed to be getting this. And Zero has... Welcome in, Glimmer! Okay, Zero has Hyper Dash. We're actually going to play a stage as Zero. We haven't really done that yet. I think Zero is required to get the life up that's in here, at least without grabbing some other enhancements for X. I'm doing fine catching fire. I had a COVID shot, so my arm is a little sore, but otherwise I'm doing good. I just, gotta try not to move it around too much. In this game, Zero has a buster. Only if you have started the game as Zero or playing the Improvement Project. Yeah, actually, it's a Walgreens Band-Aid. It actually is kind of cool, so I'll give you that. I do miss in Mega Man Zero where you're able to swing your saber while dashing. I really miss that here. Oh, here, by the way, these are Sigma viruses. I told you they weren't like normal computer viruses. And it has infected me. it doesn't really do anything to me. So if you're curious as to what that little normal thing in the bottom left is, that is my, that's my virus meter. Basically, if I get infected with too many of those floating Sigma heads, that meter will go from normal to warning to danger, and danger will have different effects depending on who I'm playing. X will lose a bunch of health over time. It's very bad for him. Zero will become stronger and invincible, I think. I'm actually not sure if Zero becomes invincible, but I know he does become stronger. Yeah, I mean, around here, I can definitely see what kind of Band-Aid, it's not exactly too embarrassing around here to be wearing a childish Band-Aid. But I get it, you gotta keep up appearance. Ah, right, I just had to spawn in an area where I couldn't get him. Yeah, and that's pretty much how it is here too, Glimmer, except it's normal to caution to danger. The thing with these viruses, though, it's hard to even get infected by them. It can only happen in a couple stages, whereas others is just like, okay, yeah, you got caught by one, but there are literally not enough of the virus floating around to give you enough to actually put you into danger. Come on, there we go. I like the hyperdash part, but sometimes it can make things harder to control. It's Crescent Grizzly's weapon that's destroying these things, by the way. Also, the soundtrack to the stage is a complete banger. It's amazing. Yeah, pretty much. There are essays that can be written on the missed potential and poor design choices of X5. I will also point out, in the original non-modded version, Zero does a lot of damage to bosses. Like, he's doing a lot now. His saber damage was reduced in the mod. I'm not even making that up. He does so much damage in the original. There is a trade-off to that, though, and it sucks. I'll get into it later, though, but it sucks. Ooh, yes, I got Quick Charge. Quick Charge is amazing, one of X's best parts. When the part is green, anyone can equip it. When the part is red, only Zero can equip it. And when the part is blue, only X can equip it. And I have a full Falcon armor. Head pats. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, so this cutscene here is important. I used to think that this cutscene was a tie-in, was a signifier of something happening later down the line. No, it is not. But it's very logical as to why you would think that Zero wondering why the virus is giving him power instead of weakening him would be a trigger for something later. It is also kind of your hint to the thing I talked about, where if Zero gets infected with the virus fully, he gets a power boost, whereas X gets hurt. Oh my god, yeah, Jake, it should just have a little text pop up that just says dodge. No, it should still hit, it should just not make the sound effect, and then just say dodge. Yeah, I'm not saying we actually do it, I'm just saying like that would be funny, because the hits are RuneScape hit splats, and that recently had a dodge mechanic come up that works like that, and I thought that'd be hilarious. Cones! I actually did some tests today on Cone Rain, and I actually do have the ability to just go through and replace all the cones that are in there with the new cone sonas that I make. By the way, there will be enough, it looks like, to completely replace every cone, except for the Big Tim. I wanted to keep them. Yeah, Drakon, the mod that I'm using here did retranslate the script, which is wonderful. They also made the Enigma actually able to exceed more often. So, here's the thing. And it doesn't really it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense if the Enigma is the one that destroys the colony. But what is actually supposed to kind of happen in my headcanon here, the Enigma fails, and you resort to the shuttle, which Zero is the only one who can pilot it. Zero, having some interesting reactions with the virus, to say the least, has, well, an interesting reaction to it, and creates a new one. The Zero virus. And in that situation, Zero also goes Maverick. Meaning you lose the ability to play as him for the rest of the game. In the original, this is pure random chance. You can be playing perfectly well, relying on Zero through the entire game, and then the game just tells you, haha, no, you can no longer play as him. In the mod, this has been fixed. This is still a mechanic. However, you are able to directly affect the outcome. By succeeding through random chance with the Enigma, which I think is like a 50-50 shot if you get all the parts. If you then get all the parts for the space shuttle, it is a 100% chance. If you launch the shuttle without any parts, it is a 0% chance. So there are very clear and definable outcomes that you have control over. The pigs! And hug. I actually have to be really careful on the hugs, too. I can't give a very big hug with my arm. But yes, to answer that question there, Jake has coded a personal PNG tuber and a personal PNG tuber thing for me. And it's kick-ass. Let's see, I don't really need shock buffer, so give me quick charge. God, do I really even need quick charge on this thing? Gaia armor can't use anything. Fourth armor can only have 2. Again, you can take quick charge. Normal X. Quick charge and Buster Plus, please. 0 can have Z-Saber extend. Let's try out the newly completed Falcon armor.
Thank you!
Oh, thank you very much for the follow! I'm struggling to read and pronounce that. But thank you for the follow nonetheless. Yeah, I actually used that program before, but then we wanted to do some other things like the crayon throwing and whatnot, and yeah. So I can technically go to the final stage right now, but I would rather complete things here. Oh, right, shit, I forgot about... Alright, I'm supposed to do that with 0. Whatever. Yeah, if you've noticed the major thing about the Falcon armor here, it can fly. Like, seriously just fly and is invincible and minorly damages enemies when you're doing that. It is very powerful and invalidates a lot of things in stage design. It's not great at taking out bosses, though. That is the trade-off. Okay, yeah, I can't go back there. There's a life up back there that I completely forgot about. Whoops! Not into spikes! Yeah, hon, I'm not sure what you're talking about. I only saw Jake say thanks. But yeah, you can just see how the, what the hell? Okay, good. I thought part of my shirt was peeling off, but it was a piece of food that got stuck to it. Okay, that's way better. I like this shirt. I don't want it to start peeling. And yeah, exactly. The BDF Playroom is named for exactly what you think it is. So I alluded to this earlier, but, Falcon armor cannot charge any special weapon. Why do they stand for Big Dumb Fox? Foxes aren't dumb, they're clever. And sorry, but I know very few big foxes. I have no idea, I don't remember. It was just like a little fried crumb. I really do love the design of the Falcon armor. It's very fun. No, you're close. BDF stands for Big Diaper Friday. And Dynamo's back. I'm gonna have Zero take him out again. Welcome in, Furryman. If you're having trouble with the feed, make sure that you refresh your Twitch view and everything. Sometimes Twitch just does that, and yeah, but everything should still be broadcasting just fine. I'm not having any errors on my end. Okay, let's see. I can do Twin Dream, which is an interesting little thing, but doesn't do shit against Dynamo here. Oh, and we got a bottle time. I'm glad you enjoy my setup, Dracon. Thank you for the bottle time. I'm doing just fine. Arm's a little sore from a shot earlier, but I'm powering through it. I'm trying to remember what Burst Shot does. Shot Eraser's good to have, for sure. And just gotta break these blocks. Now I have the leg parts, I can actually just kind of push them out of the way. Which is neat and used for solving a couple puzzles. Okay, do you want to stop that? These guys are a pain to fight with Gaia armor, though. And these guys just pop up out of nowhere all the time. Again, pretty frustrating. And that's how you get that. And then just one more backtrack here with the Gaia armor for another heart tank. I don't even want to guess what that's all about. Go up here. There we are. Or we can just walk on spikes because... I don't know, why did it take Dr. Light this freaking long to give us that ability? Okay, so I'm gonna go Zero here. Because Zero does have a double jump because of beating Crescent Grizzly. Which is just amazing. Double jumps are wonderful. And there's another thing that Zero can easily do here, I believe. In the original X5, this area had a slowdown effect whenever that black hole thing was happening in the background. Not exactly engaging gameplay. It didn't really add much, it just made things move slower. I also even hesitate to just call it a slowdown effect, because it was more like a, it was more of a frame drop than anything else. By the way, those are spikes that will kill me. They can drop on my platform. That's not fun. Of course, Glimmer. Of course. Saber Extend actually doing something. Ah, thank you very much for the follow, Furryman. This is one of the very few places where Zero can actually get a virus. This looks complicated. However, do we take care of this? Oh, like that. That's how you do it in the improved version with Zero. How you do it with X, and X only in the normal version, by the way, the Gaia armor has no effect, or the head parts of the Gaia armor have absolutely no effect in the original version. They're literally just there to complete the thing. Is that you have to shoot Shining Firefly's weapon, which can be controlled through this little narrow hallway, and it's a complete pain in the ass and very precise and very annoying. So we just skip that. And again, I will remind you once more that in the original, you do not get the ability to... you do not get the ability to use an armor until you have all 4 pieces. And down goes the bat. I do absolutely at one point want to show off the X6 improvement project, which did very similar things to this, and made that game a lot more fun than it is normally. And with the alternate paths and everything that X6 has, I feel like that one would actually consume a fairly decent amount of time for a stream. And now time to go fight the boss that all of the speedrunners hate. Seriously, I'm not kidding. Speedrunners hate this boss. And it's not because of the boss himself. It's because of Zero. And because of the fact that saber dash canceling, where you simply swing your saber mid-dash to cancel out of the dash and then dash again to cancel out of the Z-Saber combo, and once you get into a rhythm, you can deal a lot of damage to a boss at the cost of just holding still. Once you've beaten this boss, the mapping for his ability for Zero removes your ability to saber dash cancel completely. Because, yeah, to use his weapon, you have to use your saber while dashing. And it will root you in place and do an attack that doesn't really do much. So, generally not liked by speedrunners, because it takes away one of their biggest abilities. I don't saber dash cancel that often, and even I do not care for it. It's just not a good... It's not really a great weapon, and just the mapping in general on it was a really bad idea. Oh, by the way, for an armor that's supposed to be focused around mobility, the Falcon armor cannot air dash in the original. It can do this, and they thought that was good enough. Yeah, I'll just take it. There's not enough of them around here. Yeah, it is kind of odd indeed. Like I said, there's a lot of weird little design choices here. Like the fact that dropping down there kills you. Yeah, I'm taunting the virus. What of it? Haha, can't catch me. Yeah, some things can knock me out of that, but not most things. It's nice to have collision damage myself, where I can damage the enemy by running into them for once, instead of the other way around. Ow. And there we go. That's all 8 Mavericks down. And I'm not sure if the Improvement Project fixed the button mapping on his weapon so that you can still Saber Dash cancel. I would hope, but I'm not sure. So the Gale armor is fully complete, and won't be used a whole lot. Let me actually check my parts. 4th armor, Buster Plus, and Quick Charge. I do like those. I'm actually going to get rid of Quick Charge and give you Shock Buffer back. Because I'm using 4th armor, because it's the best armor available to me, even after completing the other 2 sets. Kinda broken. Yeah, I think there was, God, was it Normal Boots or something like Hidden Block? But yeah, I've definitely heard that sound from YouTubers. Welcome back, Glimmer. Oh, hey, Quickman lasers. Everyone loves those, right? Oh yeah, these are Zero viruses. They're, twice as potent as Sigma viruses. Oh, and we have a Dark Hole. We just have our own Time Stopper to deal with this crap. Ah! I jumped too far. Thankfully, I respawn right here, but still. I don't know. Glimmer's taken longer to change. That didn't really strike me as too long. No, I don't think that's a glitch. That's just how Twitch operates. Ready for more crap from the original Mega Man series that everyone just loves? Look at all the health this guy has. I'll pause for the bottle time. Yep. Getting real tired of the Devil series. The best way to handle his blocks here is just to watch for the bottom one, duck under all the rest, and jump over that one. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. Yeah, like, you get to hit him twice if you're really quick. Once if you're not.
Thank you!
Oh, thank you for the follow! Hopefully that will be enough to allow me to beat this freaking devil. Nope. What type of fox am I? I'm just a standard red fox. A baby red fox. Okay, maybe if I hit them with that first. Okay, yeah, that way I can get 2 hits on. Because the iframes for this is way too high. Oh, great. Now he's doing this crap. Yeah, this one is pretty much just, here's some damage. Go ahead and take it. Pokemon Cafe just makes me hungry. Yeah, if you hadn't quite guessed the theme of these final stages here... Oh, by the way, that green outline there, you cannot touch that. That will do major damage. This again. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot I can do to effectively dodge these things. I gotta burn an E-Tank. There we go. Yeah, the green outline is, as I said, it's just something that he leaves behind that damages you if you try to go over to it. Oh yeah, absolutely. This boss fight fucking sucks. Getting to it also fucking sucks. If you wanted to try getting here with the Gaia armor in the original, good fucking luck. In the original, that armor has a movement penalty on it, and you still have to deal with Quickman lasers. Good fucking luck. I think it is technically possible, but it's asking a lot of a human. Because remember, you don't get special weapons at all with that armor. I will use the Gaia armor just to show it off, though. In its complete state. Yeah, the quick charge that it gets is, very fast. The only thing about this armor that's fast. I'm just taking a bunch of irises there, because I really don't have a good avenue for dodging those. I think this armor does have kind of a built-in virus guard to it, but I'm not 100% sure. I shot him in the butt. Yeah, sometimes it's just best to take the damage and get behind him. Yeah, it kind of feels like they might be a little stupid if they don't just turn around when I start shooting them. Oh, at least I'm getting my health refilled. Alright, come on. Yeah, remember the invisible wall thing. It's important later. Cone Sonas I'm going to start next week. Or I guess this week, technically, if your week starts on Sunday. But I'm still on the fence on whether or not I want to stream them. We'll just kind of have to see how that goes. Yeah, this is definitely nice to be able to just stand in the spikes here and ignore them entirely. Yeah, I do like if a boss is going to have a second stage, just, like, let it refill. I also find it funny in games where the boss health bar is filling up and you actually find a way to shoot them while that's happening, and you can one-hit kill them because you technically hit them when their health was at, like, 1. Baby! There are lots of those around here. Very important. The third final stage here, go into it as no armor X. Or 0, but we're kind of doing things as X here, so. Ah, so close. I do like in this game how No Armor X technically does have a small advantage over the other armors, where it can equip twice as many parts, and sometimes those parts can be really powerful. Alright, this jump is kind of tricky. Oh, hey, look! A secret! This only appears if you are here as No Armor X. It will not appear for anyone else. Except for 0, but it will be technically a different upgrade. This is how you get the ultimate armor legitimately. In the original, you would have to go back to the stage select screen and select Ultimate Armor X. Here, nah, you just switch to them. You do, I think you do lose all of your part customizations here. Oh, no, I keep them. Excellent, good. That's very good to know, because I think the Ultimate Armor also has 4 slots. If you have lost the ability to play as 0, this fight is way better. It actually has way more meaning, whereas here it's just 0 shows up and some misunderstanding, time to fight. Whereas before it's 0 is Maverick, 0 is trying to destroy X, And it is a fight to the death that needs to happen. The actual mechanics of the fight are pretty much the exact same, though. Oh yeah, it's a cool fight for sure. But it doesn't make much sense if you have not lost control of Zero. Maybe what would have been better here was fighting an apparition of Zero or something, or like the embodiment of the Zero virus. Or maybe this should have just been a single-player campaign type deal like it is in X4. You pick a character and you stick with that character the whole way through. They could have crafted a better narrative there quite easily. You wouldn't have to worry about losing Zero because you didn't select him at all. You never got to play you never got to play as him at all. And then you could still have a Zero campaign, but you could maybe have that campaign end here, where only X goes on to fight the final boss. Or maybe Zero goes on to a bunch of different set of final stages where he's fighting his inner Maverick or something. I mean, there was more you could have done with it. And I think that having it so that you could switch back and forth between the characters was a nice thought gameplay-wise, but did hurt the story a bit much. It probably would have been better to introduce that in X6. But X6 wasn't supposed to happen. This was supposed to be it. This was supposed to be the final entry in the X series. Hang on, let me actually see what I can do as far as Ultimate Armor. Okay, no, it only does have 2 parts, but it got to keep 4 because of how I used it. Alright, that's good to know. Quick Charge, always. I think just Quick Charge and Buster Plus. That's all it really needs. Trust me, you do want Ultimate Armor here. Or at least Gaia Armor. Actually, Gaia Armor might have been interesting to use here. But, yeah. We'll stick with Ultimate. This music is a banger, by the way. More crayons! Why do you attack the Fang? Why does everyone attack their streamer? And it boss rush time. Well, yeah, I mean, Jake's been saving because they haven't been throwing things with because of the Crayon Rain incentive. Yeah, so in the boss rush, bosses are level 96 and have way too much health. They just take forever to die if you don't decide to just Nova Strike them. Hey, let's see. I'll use his weakness on him. That wasn't a whole lot. And look at those iframes that you had to deal with. These just kind of take forever. Buster Plus is definitely helping me because it gives... I think it just gives a straight +1 damage to all of my Buster shots. And so that means that even my normal single shots are doing 2 damage, which is very good. It's like I've got Dash Lemons from X1 and 2. I do want to show their weaknesses being used on them, but look at the tiny amount of damage that did and all the iframes that he got. Compared to when I can just fire off partially charged shots and deal pretty much the same amount of damage with not even close to the amount of iframes. But even that's still not fantastic, which is why Nova Strike. It's not cheating, the game gives it to you, and look at this, it almost feels balanced so that you have it. And, yeah. It's not cheating, it's just a secret that it gives you. No cheat code was inputted. I don't think that's a word, but yeah, no cheat code was put in, no cheating device used. So you might be kind of seeing now how X5 is kind of falling off with design choices that don't really hold up. You, again, also have to remember that this is an improvement mod. A lot of things have been streamlined through this. Had we not been playing this, we would still probably be going through the 8 Mavericks right now. Because I'd be dreading putting off doing freaking Tidal Whale because you have to run through his stage 3 freaking times. Jake, all I'm hearing is that we need to put diapers over your mouth so that because you keep having accidents there. Keep having verbal accidents. And single shot. But yeah, absolutely not. The toilet paper roll on the wall was not an accident. You could have very easily checked. No excuse. That's a clean diaper. It's safe for work. And look at these health bars. Oh, right, I was going to use weaknesses. So Shiny Firefly's weakness was Volt Kraken's weapon, which is the Triad Thunder. The iframes here are at least bearable. This isn't a great weapon to be Volt Kraken's weakness, though. I will hug a plush as soon as I beat this squid. Nope, couldn't get onto that box in time. There we go. Oh. Ugh. Yeah, I do have to be careful with that hug, though. We've been over this, Jake. You very, very, very easily could have checked to see, oh, that toilet paper roll is my teammate. Yeah, Vulpixes and Eevees are great. You forgot to check, uh-huh. This thing cuts him up real good. And just stun locks him. I'd probably have to say my favorite evolution is Umbreon. I do like the Bree. Yeah, Nova Strike isn't fantastic here, just due to you running into spikes if you use it.
Thank you!
Oh, thank you for following, Froster. Arctic Foxes are great. Like most things, the grizzly bear is weak to a giant spiked ball. This is probably the last time Nightbot says it.
Are you winning, Ty?
Yes, I am, for sure. This will probably be the last time Nightbot says it, so I will remind you, if you want to give this a try, follow that link that Nightbot posted to get the patch for this version of the game. It is definitely the best way to play X5. How close to winning am I? So there's 2 bosses left, and then the final boss. So 15, maybe 20 minutes, counting cutscenes and credits. I love Quick Charge. Just look how fast I'm able to output these things. I mean, there is a bottle time redeem. Can absolutely toss that redeem in there. Quick, let's see if I can do this without pausing. Just in time. Can one of my mods clear that, please? I said clear that, not passing me. This is fair, right? No, he doesn't think so. Ooh, that was close. The biggest fear here is that he knocks you off the arena and into the pit. Which is, bottomless, of course. Although, to be honest, I don't think pits in video games are actually bottomless. They're just, far enough down that they would be fatal should you fall. Yeah, I considered it actually giving me IRL passy time, but that would compromise the audio quality way too much. Yay! Of course, these had to make a return. Everyone's favorite thing. The Yoku blocks. Ah! Shit! I pressed the wrong button! Yeah, I honestly don't really even want to have my pacifier in on stream. I definitely have a thing about being too little when people are around. Especially on something that's going to be recorded and that anyone can just come in and watch, and yeah, absolutely not. Yeah, I don't like that end there where it's a leap of faith. You're pretty much guaranteed to die there at least once. I have no idea where the hell we even are. Yeah, his weakness, by the way, is, I forget what the name of it is, but the Thunder Weapon. So even with the ultimate armor, he can still do a lot of damage to you. This is a tough final fight. Ugh. Yeah, definitely a good time to use one of these. Yeah, that's generally your best strategy here, is to just kind of Nova strike the top of the screen. Yeah, look at how much damage these things can do. This is also a good time to remember I have maxed out health. And that's not always going to be the case. If you put any resources into Zero and lost him, those resources are gone. Granted, there are half of the heart tanks that Zero just cannot obtain, but it's still not good if you were to run out. And somehow he thinks that he's gonna take Zero out with him when he explodes, even though Zero is apparently nowhere nearby, and it just... the writing feels a little bit sloppy. Alright, good night, Jake. We're almost done anyway. Because even in the cutscene, it's very unclear where exactly we are. We're just in some weird cybernetic virus labyrinth place. And apparently Sigma survived enough to do that. And this is also kind of an interesting little thing here. Dr. Light is not a pre-recorded message. He is an AI without any form. What would be called later in the Zero series a cyber elf. And he just repairs X and wipes any memory of Zero. Which is a strange thing to do. And also, because you have to remember, this was intended to sort of lead into the Zero series, and it's kind of debated as far as which ending of this is the most canon. Oh wait, no, this is not the one that had the memories of Zero wiped away. This is the one where, this is the one that leads into X6, where X has Zero's saber. I do definitely want to go through the Zero series at some point. I feel like that one would be very fun. Not only story-wise, but gameplay-wise as well. There's a lot of interesting tech that comes out of the Zero series that's very fun to show off. If you've never watched a speedrun of specifically Zero 3, I highly recommend doing so. It's a very fun speed game, and again, there's a lot of hidden techniques and whatnot that the game doesn't teach you, but that are integral to having a lot of fun with the game. Like, there's an entire combo system in 2 and 3, and yeah, 4 as well, although it's kind of dumbed down in 4. 3 is where the combo system is just the most amazing and the funnest to work with. But yeah, like, the game doesn't tell you, oh yeah, hey, there's a combo system here where you can bypass iframes if you do certain attacks in a certain order. Just never tells you. Oh, that's neat. I didn't know that, that Baby Furcon had a sticker wall. Oh, I wish I could have gone to that and put one of my stickers on there. Granted, I'm not selling those stickers anymore, but it still would have been nice. Just kind of checking some Twitter posts here while the credits are rolling. But yeah, X5 is a interesting type of game here. Things definitely started to go downhill, and it went out with a bit more of a whimper than it did a bang. And then X6 just happened, and the final entry in the X series thing, yeah, that got shelved. And X6 is, even more of a hot mess. But again, I think there's a good amount of enjoyment to be found there, especially with the Megaman X6 tweaks patch. They do things like Nightmare viruses no longer respawn if you don't pick up their orbs fast. You cannot permanently lose rescuable Reploids, and the ones that don't give any parts have been removed entirely. As well as some things that you saw here too, like being able to use armors when you only have at least one part unlocked, and just several other quality of life improvements like Shadow Armor X being able to air dash. Again, that's something I want to cover. I want to play X6 maybe next week or so. Because Friday I'm going over another mod for a different kind of game entirely. I'm doing Majora's Mask 3D. I will be going over Project Restoration for that, which is... it's a project that kind of aims to return several things on the 3D version back to how they were on the N64 version. Certain things like Zora swimming and Deku hopping being fixed, and a couple graphical tweaks to some of the bosses with how they have those giant eyes on them now. Unfortunately, I don't think there's much that they could have done to improve Twin Mold's wonky-ass fight. But that's more that I'll get into when we're actually playing Majora's Mask. But in any case, that was Megaman X5 with the Improvement mod patch. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day.